Hello everyone, Tommy Station here. While I was on holiday in Slovenia, obviously I was hoping to buy some Mahano rolling stock because that's where they were made many years ago. While I was in Izola, which is the actual place in Slovenia where Mahano are made, at the harbour was an antique shop, and I went in, and right in the corner at the back was this, and I thought, oh, amazing, a Mahano wagon, but it's not, it's Rivarossi. So as you can see, it's marked FS. I really don't know too much about this line of coach, so if anybody can help me, I'd be grateful. Not even sure which country they ran in. The wheels were pretty gummed up, so I've changed the wheels. I couldn't do anything with them, unfortunately, but again, it was very, very reasonably priced, so I thought, well, at least I've got something from the birthplace of Mahano, even if it's Rivarossi. I'm really not sure if they were made by AHM, which in fact is Mahano. It's a bit strange, I don't know. The guy in the shop spoke perfect English, and he said that it's not easy to find Mahano stock because a lot of it was exported, especially to companies like Lifelike in America and a few others. So anyway, that's this Rivarossi passenger coach. Very nice condition, except for the wheels, like I say, which I've changed. So now moving on. Excuse me. Now then, this one I bought in Portoroz in Slovenia, where we were on holiday. Found a little shop, and again it was like antiques, and there's really no model shops to speak of. And I asked the guy about Mahano, and he said, oh, wait a minute, and he went behind, he opened a box, and he said, what about these? I thought, oh great, so this is actually made by Mahano. I'll just flip it over. I have to look underneath because I forgot. It's actually marked on the bogie there, Tempo. So again, made in Yugoslavia. So I can only imagine that Mahano made locos and rolling stock for quite a few different companies. So again, I got a few items from him, cheap as chips. This one is in quite good condition. All I've done is given it a clean. There's a few marks and scratches on the roof, but I'm not worried about that too much. Okay, now for another one. Okay, there's a box van, and this is Mahano. So again, this is what I've been looking for, because I'm trying to expand my stock of box vans. I have a project in mind, and I'm trying to accumulate as many as I can. So again, I was quite happy to be able to buy some Mahano items in Slovenia. Okay, so quite happy with that. Now then, this one is I'm not disappointed at all, because again I paid very little. This is a Fleischmann BR 55. There's no tender, and he did say it didn't work, and he didn't think it was repairable, so he gave me this for nothing. Very kind of him. front buffer there is broken. When I took the base plate off, I can see why it doesn't work, because all the gears on every axle are destroyed. So I can only assume a child had this and probably broke the gears. I don't know. I shouldn't imagine anyone, a serious modeler, would do that. They're all totally broken up, and it's a shame. But all is not lost. I might be able to either buy one for parts or buy another one and use this one for parts. I haven't tested the motor, but it looks to be quite good. And I was actually looking for something like this. I got my BR66, but I thought this would be a nice addition, but never mind. Okay, so that's that. And finally, over on the station there is, this is an AHM A3 switcher. So let's get that one running. This one I've spent 3.5 days on this. It was in a real mess. A lot of corrosion, parts missing. So anyway, I've got it running. It's a little bit noisy, but this is from the 70s from what I gather. The quartering was out. Like I say, every brass component was corroded. It was green. I had to put different springs in because the other ones were black. There was no contact at all with them. There was no tender, so I'm using one of my old little tenders I made for my sprocket loco. Yeah, so this again, AHM, made for Lifelike in America. An A3 switcher. I'm glad I got it running because, like I say, he did say, look, he said, I've got these locos, I know nothing about them. He said, I know they don't work, so I'll put those in the box. So, like I say, for what I paid, I'm quite happy. And it's running, so that's a bonus. When it comes around, I'll show the connecting rods. There's something very strange. With the connecting rods, I've had to put them on backwards. I'll explain now when it comes around. I ran this morning for maybe 30 minutes, and then I put the track cleaning wagon on it to give it some load. It seems to be running okay. Right, let's see if I can. Right. So if we look at the connecting rods, you'll see there's quite a large flange, and that's supposed to be on the inside. But when you put it on the inside, the correct way around, it jams up against the other connecting rod. So I looked at everything. I didn't want to bend anything because it just, nothing seemed to be in the right alignment. So I put them on backwards. So the inner flange is now on the outside. And it's the only way it'll run without jamming up. Yeah, I've had to make a few bits and pieces for it, but a lovely little loco. So I've now got 4 Mahano AHM steam locomotives. So that's, instead of having so many diesels or outnumbering the steam, I've now got 4. Set it off again. Let's give it a bit of encouragement. There we go. I think this is one of those which will improve the more it runs. It actually seems to be smoother and quieter. Or is it me going deaf? I don't know. But anyway, when we were in Portoroz, on the reception there was in the hotel, there were some brochures about some boat trips, and when I saw Isola I thought, wow, the birthplace of Mahano. So it was €25 each to go from Portoroz to Isola, and almost a bottle of white wine on the way out and the way back. So for me, it was amazing value for money. And like I say, a bonus was being able to pick up some HO railway stock from the country we were visiting. It's different in Germany because there's so many model shops and so many places where you can buy HO rolling stock. But I was looking for Mahano items in particular, and as I explained, I was informed that the chap believed that the majority of Mahano were exported. So there we are. That's a nice little addition to my fleet of steam locomotives. Like I say, I'm hoping it'll get better the more it's run. I may even look at changing the motor on it if it doesn't quieten up. Then again, that's something I can look at later on. Okay, so this one, like I say, the BR55, that's a shame it doesn't run, but again, it's a static display model. I've got quite a few of those, so this can join those. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye now.